What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 89 Podcast. My name is Devin.
I'm Brendon, and I'm not sure that was English.
How dare you? I feel like I delivered it perfectly.
Hi, Devin, and welcome to the 89 Podcast.
I can redo it.
No, it's too late now.
Okay.
It's already in motion. We started the episode.
What do you think of Halo Reach? Go.
What do I think of Halo Reach? It's nostalgic. It's a little strange because we just played it. I don't own it yet, but I played it here for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Probably mid-high school maybe is the last time we played it.
I was thinking probably like 20... It came out in
2015? It came at 12. 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Had to have been 14 then. Yeah, that's wild. I think it plays well on PC. I think it does what it's supposed to, aside from split screen, but that makes sense because it's PC. It'd be a little harder to
I hope they do it, though.
Figure it out, though.
I hope they get a local couch co-op kind of thing. So,
maybe one day.
Nice.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it. I've been playing the crap out of it. I'm trying to get my full armor set, but it's going to take probably another 20, 30 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, speaking of old games, I've had too many new games to play. Mm-hmm. Like, too many. Now, I borrowed Persona 5. I have most of Persona 5 beaten. That's like a 90-hour to 100-hour game. I'm like 95 hours in, and I think I have 2 dungeons left. But Persona, I have Persona 5 to finish. I have Jedi Fallen Order that came out not too long ago. The new Pokemon game,
right.
Which I think we talked about last time.
Yes.
A little bit. And now there's a new game that I want called Nostos, which is a VR MMO, and it looks super cool. It's like this, like Breath of the Wild mixed with kind of like a VR MMO. And now I need to get Halo Reach for the PC.
Yeah, I don't know, the gaming scene's been pretty crazy the last few years. Non-stop bangers, so...
I don't know about that, but recently...
I'd say... No, because 2017 was amazing.
2017 was pretty good. The end of 2016 and then through 2017 was pretty decent. 2018, I don't really remember a whole lot that came out that year directly.
Yeah, you're that's fair. I just know that in 2007, Halo 3 came out, and that was a great year. And 2017, I don't think a Halo game released in 2017, but this was also an amazing year.
When did 4 come out? 15?
15.
Yeah, because I think 18 was
14.
Right?
I think Halo 4 came out in 2014. And then Halo 5 came out in 2017?
I don't remember.
I think so.
I honestly don't remember.
I just wrote out a whole Halo script too. It happens. Hey, Halo's my favorite franchise, and I don't know dick about it.
We've spent so many hours playing those games, I swear. Yeah,
so Halo was like a big cornerstone of my childhood. That along with GTA 5 and there was one more that we played a ton. I genuinely can't remember, but I know that we played the crap out of GTA 5. We played the crap out of every Halo that came out.
And I just moved then too. Because I remember I just moved. I bought the game for myself online and had it shipped to the house, GTA 5.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to play it. At that point, I didn't have a job, any kind of after-school job. It was just birthday money, and I would hold on to my birthday money. And here's what I do, right? I would buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'd buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I would buy either a video game or Microsoft points to buy something in a video game.
Yeah, dude, Microsoft points. Those were the days. So the reason those existed, as far as I can remember, is I forget exactly who. It was probably the freaking United Kingdom. Basically was just hey, we don't like the idea of people spending real money in a virtual setting. And then they were like, okay, here's an idea. You can go to the store and pick up a card that has points on it. Then you can use those points to redeem for games. And they were like, I guess it works. That's fine.
Even though you still had to spend real money to...
Right. But at that point, you were buying something physical as opposed to
just putting money.
Something.
And now, like, that's the biggest
right.
thing ever.
And Xbox got away from Microsoft points in 2015, as far as I remember. Mm-hmm. So that was completely abolished in 2015, and then we're just back to spending money online. So great. While during that quick break, we were talking a bit about Destiny 2. I really like the mechanics of Destiny 2.
I played a little bit. I played through the tutorial part, and I haven't played too much. Which I literally just played it yesterday.
Yeah.
See,
The biggest issue I've seen with it after about 5 or 6 hours of gameplay is that it's exactly like Destiny 1. Or as far as it fails in the same area as Destiny 1 does, in the fact that there is no story. There's a story, but
it's like
no story.
It's like it's all complete. It's backstory, right? But it's like it's such like not fleshed out.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is weird because I shouldn't say that because I'm sure there is like a really big community for Destiny.
Yep.
That's like actually I mean like but in the game.
Yeah, tell me where in the game, other than the first, 45 minutes of gameplay, is there actually, cutscenes that tell you exactly what's going to happen and, where the story's going?
Yeah.
Because I need a story to enjoy a game like that. There should be a story to a game like that.
And I think the biggest thing, though, of Destiny, though, the biggest selling point of it is it's got a cool aesthetic, and it's fun to play with your friends. And
sure.
That's two big things with me, is that it looks cool. I want it to have a great story, but if it meets two of the three
right
well enough, then I'm okay with it. I'm not saying it's a perfect game, but I'm okay with it.
I just don't think that. I don't think that you should be able to put out a game with an idea of a story, rather than.
Yeah, I could see that. I get what you're saying.
And I guess it's more EA's fault than it is Bungie's fault, because I know Bungie can weave a good story.
I mean,
I think we all know that. So.
Unless you're like my partner I work with, he'll literally play just about anything, enjoy. And
I mean, some people.
And it's not even just because I spent money on it. It's I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like as I've gotten older, I have to have more of a reason to play a game. I'm specifically playing Halo Reach now, mostly because of the nostalgia behind it. Otherwise, I don't think I would have gotten it. I play WWE games because I have an inherent liking towards that sport. I used air quotes. Fuck you.
Sports. No, I just.
I played not Call of Duty. I played Counter-Strike for a long time just because that's what everybody else was playing.
Yeah, I never really cared for Counter-Strike.
It's an acquired taste.
It's too tactical, and they don't even get me started on 90% of the community when I was on. Yeah.
And then Rainbow Six Siege, I don't hate, but I don't like because it's not the regular the old Rainbow Sixes that we used to play.
Yeah.
It's completely different, and I really feel like they almost only attached the name Rainbow Six to sell more copies. But
and there's probably a Tom Clancy book somewhere.
I don't know.
Siege, maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually looked into it, but
because there's very little story behind Siege. It's entirely
it's kind of like the first Overwatch game,
right?
Minimum story and mostly just the multiplayer, heroes versus heroes thing.
And then don't get me started on Overwatch 2. What a cool, like, the movie that they released for it, like the mini movie that they released for it. Top notch. Absolutely perfect. I can't tell you how excited I got when I frickin' saw Genji.
Hopefully, real quick. I know you're excited.
No, they should have just
put it into the... Hopefully what they do is they pull a Left 4 Dead where they put the first game into the second game.
From what I've heard, they're going to make sure that 1 and 2 play together, and that 2's story content is essentially just an add-on to the base game, and then there's just going to be visual changes. Because from what I've heard, Jeff Kaplan pushed really hard to make sure that those 2 games even work together, because Blizzard has a parent company, right?
I think so. I'd have to look it up, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'm pretty...
I think they do.
I think it's EA, or they work with EA or something. Because whoever is in charge of that, in charge of their parent company, really likes the idea of sequel-based profits rather than... rather than DLC-based profits, which is weird that they're moving away from DLC and into just put out another game. It's fine. So Jeff had to like really, really push towards the idea of making sure that the second one even remotely
resembled the first one.
Worked in tandem with the first. So I'm okay with it. You know, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, then I'll just play the first one.
Yeah, I'll wait till it comes out and I'll get some second opinions on it. Of course, I haven't played the first Overwatch in so long now.
Yeah. I played one game of Overwatch like 2 nights ago just because it was like 3 or 4 in the morning and I wanted a break from writing. So I found one of my friends was live streaming and I hopped in. I was like, I'll play a game or 2, and he was like, cool. So then we did, and I think we won that one. Doesn't matter. But yeah, welcome to episode 3 where we talk about video games.
Also, speaking of video games,
hit me.
I think I told you this. I definitely did tell you this earlier. I told you this when I got here, but I'm working on an RPG Maker game, which if you don't know what that is, you're gonna go, okay, what's RPG Maker? It's literally what it sounds like. It's a video game that you just build your own video game. It's kind of like Subway for building a 16-bit video game.
It's what what's that one game? To the Moon.
To the Moon. It's made in that engine.
To the Moon was made in.
But the cool thing is, right, is it's such an older, well-known program. I think the newest edition came out in like 2015. There's like tons of plugins and tons of like add-ons and crazy stuff. So I'm working on a visual novel, rhythm game kind of thing. And I sat down last night with a couple of our good friends and like wrote stuff down. Actually, it's going pretty well so far. So hopefully that comes through full circle, which I think it actually will. I think it will. I'm pretty confident.
That's good stuff.
James is like, basically what we did was, I'm kind of roughly in charge of sound, and then James is roughly in charge of art, and Jeremy is roughly in charge of like technical, like jargon, and then me and Jeremy, technical like putting the plugins because I don't know how to do it.
Sure.
He's better at like pushing buttons on, breaking things and seeing how they work than me.
Right.
But. What was I gonna say? I kind of like split everything up, but we're all gonna roughly, work on it and run ideas by each other, that kind of thing. So
that's cool. I'm working on our first script for our first, our first walkthrough of our first short film. When I'm done, or if you want to help, of course, you can always sit down with me and we can write together. Or once I'm done, I'll give it to you, and you'd be like, this is what you need to change, idiot, stupid man. So that's been really fun because I haven't written a script, like an actual script, in a long time.
Oh, I did it last night just for like get characters examples for the visual novel game I was working on, and I was in the same boat. I like did all the formatting. And I was like, I think this is right. Like, I have no idea.
I found a free like screenplay building. Is basically Word for screenplays.
Yeah,
which is cool because at first I was using
Celtex.
No, I was using Google Drive document that I found a plugin through their add-on section that was doing its best to figure out how to
write a script.
Right. So yeah, script writing's been a lot of fun. Building on projects has been really cool. There's a lot of stuff on the camera right now. Like I'm working on a 30-day video of cold showers, which is awful.
Cool.
And like the effects I feel based on that.
Cold showers.
No yeah, I mean, you gotta do what I gotta do for content. But yeah, it's been interesting. Actually, the first cold shower I took, terrible during. But after, I was wide awake, obviously. I felt warm, which was nice. And my hair couldn't have looked better.
Huh.
So I felt a lot of positive sides to a cold shower once it's over. But yeah, it hits in waves, because at first I was like, oh, this is freezing. And I was like, okay, I'm fine. And then it hit me again. I was like, Jesus Christ. And that happened 5 or 6 times while I was in there in about 5 minutes. But yeah, it was good after, once it was done.
I can't make myself do it. Like, I just...
Yeah, I get you.
No thanks.
But more than anything, the reason I'm doing it is for content. So expect that video out sometime in January. Quick freaking preview. So yeah, we're building a lot of stuff here, and obviously elsewhere. So it's cool to see and cool to be a part of, and cool to head, I guess. Eventually, we'll actually file as a production company. It only takes $45.
That's probably just licensing, isn't it?
It's literally like being able to file the paperwork to get the LLC or whatever you want to do.
Right.
It costs $45.
Huh.
But that's like a base package or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
it's
extra stuff that you
it's basically like what is that? It's the equivalent of the hang a sign business.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you sign a paper that says it's a business, and then you hang up a sign on a stall somewhere, and that's your business.
So it's cool knowing that we can pretty much do that whenever.
I'm kind of want to push it a little bit farther.
Oh yeah.
Before we do that.
No, but it's just cool knowing
that knowing that we could just do that at any time.
But yeah, I wanna build out some extra other shows and stuff that come out weekly, other than this, of course, and then once we hit a certain threshold, as far as subscribers or followers or whatever, we decide that the actual decision making process is, then we'll do that, I guess.
I'm kind of just curious, what are we doing? What's the plan as of kind of, if I could speak words in a sentence and form them in my mind,
right,
and proceed to speak them.
As one would do.
As one would normally do as a normal human being.
Right, yes.
What other video? There are other video ideas that you have. That's what I'm trying to say, and it took me too long to say it.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Because I have a lot written down.
I mean, I didn't say anything, so probably.
Stop. Fuck. This is... Oh, remember when we did notes for the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
How fun.
It's like it was 3 weeks ago.
So this is like goals that we wrote down week 1 that we sort of want to like push towards. A music division. This is long term. We have long term and then short term. Music division. So once we get big enough, we'll build out an actual music studio and then be able to rent it to people inside of this space, around town, stuff like that. Feature-length film, which, depending on how long the script is, might actually be the first draft of that. And then an animation division. So, we both have a fascination with animation. Sick rhyme. And I think it'd be cool to have either a weekly or a monthly animation, either based on or around our content.
Yeah, so like a short of some sort.
Right, yeah.
Like, take the funny bits from different things and yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Short term, hitting 1,000 and 100 and 1,000 followers. Why is video game division in short term?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That should be in long term, but hitting 100 and 1,000 followers across all of our social medias is a short term goal, because I feel like if we do everything properly, that should be easy peasy.
Or really, just anything at all.
Yes.
So
yeah. I have something to show you when we're done here.
Okay.
You'll never know what it is.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
I got a new subscription to Adobe because
I need to renew mine.
Because if you file as a student, they'll look and see whether or not you're a student, and then I'm only paying $17 a month again for the next year.
Nice.
So we have thumbnails down. I've changed the thumbnails on the videos. I don't know if you've looked.
Yeah, I saw them. I just forgot to text you back. I literally went, oh, he changed them. And then I went and looked, and then I was at work, and I was like, okay.
Did they look good? Do you think that those look good?
I think they look good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the text, like, hugged against the top left corner. Documentaries. I'd love to film and edit documentaries.
I would love that.
The first one that I have written down, the only one that I actually have written down right now, is the basically the history and the tale of, oh, that's such a good name, our hometown. It'd be like the tale of Terre Haute.
Oh.
It's good. I love
it. I'm sure there's interesting history in Terre Haute.
Oh, certainly.
Somewhere.
There certainly has.
I mean, other than, I think, this is where the glass bottle Coke bottle,
yes.
the Coke bottle was
Yep.
made. It was like, I think it was designed and made here, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so
that's the only interesting thing I know about Terre Haute.
That's like, number one is like Coca-Cola, and then number two, I would hope, would be Indie Giant. That's like,
yeah.
that's the only thing that I can hope for. And then obviously when October rolls around again, we're going to have our, I can't decide whether or not it's going to be one. It'll basically be however long it takes to beat every Halo on Legendary. Because we're calling it Halloween. And it'll be a charity event where all proceeds go to a charity that we eventually pick out. But basically the idea behind that is every Halo game on the most multiplayer as possible, on the hardest difficulty as possible. Not Lasso, because that sucks, which is, you know what that is.
Isn't that with all the skulls?
Legendary, all skulls on.
Oh.
Yeah, not that. Regular Legendary.
I mean, we're going to suffer on Legendary anyway.
Right, exactly. So what's the point? So, yeah. Every Halo, 1, 2, 3, Reach, ODST, 4, 5, and then if 6 ever decides to come out, we'll play through all the mainline Halo games on Legendary. I think that'll be cool.
Before my computer explodes.
And then
I do love those videos.
And then we've got the 30-day videos, which I'm currently working on, sort of as a test pilot. And the first one is cold showers. See you in January.
And it's cold outside, cold showers, and the winter months.
This is another really cool one that I've got. The history of. Now, of course, a lot of people have already done videos like this.
Right.
But I think that we can take our own sort of take on everything. I've got everything from Naughty Dog to Marvel to Star Wars to Marty O'Donnell.
I like the third one a lot.
Then you will have a chance to write out and then produce your own version of that.
That'd be super dope. I'm actually really excited about all this.
And then I've also got 2 ideas for documentaries and one for an in-depth review. I need to review Red Dead Redemption 2 very in-depth, like a 2-hour long, really hammer it home. This is why Red Dead is my favorite game of all time. But then I've got a 2D platformer documentary that I want to shoot, and then a Minecraft documentary that I'd like to shoot too.
That'd be interesting. I think that'd be fun. We've played a lot of Minecraft too, so that's growing up over the years.
That's everything. That's everything that we have so far. If you take a look at all of the pieces of paper I have used in this notebook, it's stupid. Look at how full that is.
That's like at least a fourth or a third of the notebook, however many pages, I don't know.
So I've been working on this. I promise.
We're gonna get more things, different things,
right?
Different videos.
I don't know. I think maybe because I always like the idea of being gaming adjacent. I guess we could do a weekly gaming video. I mean, what would it hurt?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would hurt anything.
So I think.
I did pick up a copy of Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
And that's the only one I haven't played yet. And I still haven't played it yet.
Really? Why?
I did. Okay, I lied. I played... I take that back. I played it, just the beginning part, because there was a few different things, they added on from the second game.
Sure.
And so I just kind of went through, and then I got to a certain point, and then just shut it off. And, so we can do it all together.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah,
if not,
of course,
then I'll just play it. But
so yeah, we've got a lot of ideas, and I think it'd be good to stick around if I were you, because we're building something special here. And I know I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it till the day I die. There's something to this one, I think. I don't know what else to talk about. But I feel like we haven't been going long enough to stop.
Pretty close.
32 minutes. Exclude about 5 minutes of that total. About 20. Well, yeah, alright.
We're 3 episodes in.
Cool. See ya.
See ya.